So now we will see input type radio in HTML form. So guys, basically we can have the input tag, and inside that we can have the type attribute value as radio, which defines a radio button. Now guys, what is a radio button? So basically radio buttons let a user select only one of the limited number of choices. So you will be having a list of choices, and then you need to select only one element from that list of choice, and for this purpose we can use the radio button inside the HTML form. So guys, let us check this with the help of examples in VS Code. So previously we had seen how we can set the input type as text over here. Then we have also seen the input type, that is password. We have also seen the input type, that is submit and reset buttons over here, and this is how the page looks like, that is username, which is a text field, and then we have the password field over here, and then we can have the submit button or the clear button in order to clear the data. Now guys, over here we will be having the list of options that you can select by using the radio buttons. So let me just move to VS Code over here, and first of all we will have a simple paragraph, and then we will say select your favorite web language. So guys, we have a very simple statement, that is select your favorite web language over here, and then we are going to have the radio buttons in this case. So basically we are going to have the input tag and then followed by colon, and then we are going to have the radio option in this case. So as you can see, the type must be set to radio over here, and then we can set the name and ID. So guys, let's say we provide the name as language over here, and the ID, let's say we provide HTML as the ID. So basically this is a radio button that will be representing the option, that is HTML over here. I'll correct the spelling of language in this case, and then guys, we will be having two more options, that is CSS and JavaScript. So these are some of the web languages that we can select from. So we have the ID, that is CSS, and then we have something called as JavaScript ID over here. So guys, these are three radio buttons that we have defined. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So as you can see, we are getting select your favorite web language. We are getting the radio buttons in this case, and when we click on this, we can only select one of all these three options. We cannot select multiple options over here. Now guys, it doesn't make any sense because we are not getting to see the options in the form of the text string over here. So what we can do is we can provide the labels to this radio buttons. So after the first radio button over here, we need to provide the label tag in this case, and over here in the for attribute we can provide the ID of this HTML radio button. So I'll copy this ID and paste this over here, and then we can say I like HTML. So guys, this is the label that will be defined just besides the radio button, that is the first radio button. And then guys, we want the second radio button to come on the next line. So what we can do is after this label we can have the line break tag over here. So we can have the BR tag in this case, and then once again we will be having the label for the CSS and JavaScript as well. So I'll simply copy this line of code and paste this over here, and we will copy the ID as well, and we will paste it to the for attribute in this case, and then we will say I like CSS. And guys, once again we will copy the label tag over here for the third radio button, and then we will copy the JavaScript as well, that is the ID, and paste it for the for attribute of the label, and then we will say I like JavaScript in this case. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So now as you can see, we have some text string as well, which is more sensible in order to select one of the options from this list of radio buttons over here. And guys, since we have provided the label tag and we have linked all those label tags with their respective input radio buttons over here, we can simply click on this text string as well to select that particular radio button. So let's say if I click on this I like HTML, so when we click on this, you can see that the radio button is selected over here, and then when we click on this I like JavaScript over here, so when we click on this particular option is selected, and once again when we click on I like CSS, so this second radio button is selected over here. So guys, basically either you can use the radio buttons or we can also use the text over here, since we have linked these labels to the radio buttons that are displaying on the left. So guys, this is the main functionality of having the radio buttons over here in order to select one of the options. Now guys, it is important to note that for all the radio buttons we have provided the name attribute as same, that is the language value. But what if we provide the different values over here? Let's say I provide the name value as language 1 for CSS and language 2 for JavaScript. Now guys, what will happen in this case? So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. Now if I select I like HTML, so HTML option is getting selected. But when we click on this I like JavaScript over here, as you can see, the third option is also getting selected over here. The first option is also activated since we had selected it previously. And if we select this I like CSS as well, so this option is also getting selected. So guys, this is because we have kept the names as different for all the radio buttons. So over here we have kept as language, then we have language 1, and then we have language 2. So in order to make the user to select only one of the options from all these options, you need to keep the name value as same for all the radio buttons that you are referring to. So let's say if I change the name of this particular JavaScript option to language over here, now we have the radio buttons for the HTML and JavaScript that belongs to the same name. So let me just save this file now and try reloading this page once again on the browser. So now if we select I like HTML, so the first option is getting selected, but when we select the I like JavaScript, so third option is getting selected and the first option was deselected over here. So we can select one of the options in this case, but in the second option for which we have kept the name as language 1 over here, we can select it and we can see that the third option is still getting selected over here. That's because for the second option as well, we need to keep the name value as same. So when we change the value to language over here, so all the three radio buttons are now having the same value of name attribute in this case. Let me just save this file now and try reloading this page. So now you can select any one of the options from all these three options in this case. So guys, that is the importance of having the same value of the name attribute for all the radio buttons that you want to display, but only want one option to be selected. So guys, comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is input type checkbox in HTML form. So stay tuned.